Hey, ARESxGOD here, and it's time to talk about Danmachi, and I gotta say, I liked this episode, even though last episode was very action heavy, was the climax of the expedition. We finally have this episode a bit more relaxed in a way, besides that last scene, and we're definitely gonna have to talk about the last scene. This was everything that happened after everybody dealing with all that happened during the expedition. We had so many fun moments, a new name for Bell, all of the shenanigans, everybody dealing with their own internal emotions. It was a pretty fun episode and I liked it quite a lot. But we also have that last scene. So let's get into it and talk about it. Now, at the beginning, we see Belle and Lily relaxing a bit, resting in the safe zone, and Lily wants to have a word with Belle at the end of his day, which kind of ends up being way too late because Lily kept losing Belle to everybody else who wanted to spend time with Belle, and she was spying and seeing everything. Those were very cute moments with Lily. But before we get all of that, we had the major event happening again. The Denatus, the meeting of the gods being there, Hestia, Mikazuchi, Take Mikazuchi, Hephaestus also even, and all of the other gods to give names to new adventures, especially to Belle's party. And Hestia really wanted to get good names for Velf, and Belle Take Mikazuchi was a bit on the fence with the name that Mikoto got, Absolute Shadow, even though I kind of think it suits her and it sounds really cool. And of course, he's back, and I don't know why, but I kind of missed him. I wish some point hopefully we're gonna get more interactions with him. We have I am Ganesh making an appearance again. I want to find out more about his past, his history, maybe see him in a more serious manner. We haven't really seen Ganesha being a serious, except for the fact when there was that emergency with the monsters going around town in previous seasons. But I mean, I want to see him in a situation connected to him, find out more about Ganesha. Freya's there, Loki's there, and if there's one god I have missed seeing on screen, has to be Freya. Just give me more Freya, please. Every time she's on screen, she steals the entire attention of everybody, and yeah, Freya's back. Now we have a name for Velf, Furey, or read as Ignis, meaning never cold, which, yeah, kind of suits him, especially with his magic swords, blacksmith. Reminds you a bit tied to Hephaestus, god of the forge, of really similar in a way, if you get my meaning. Now everybody going wild with Bell, thinking that he ranks way too fast, and this is where you have everybody having a suggestion for his name. But again, Freya stealing everybody's attention, and her suggestion being and now she's a fan, admitting publicly to everyone she's a fan of Belle. Hestia, of course, was losing her mind all over the place. And now her suggestion being Vanadis Odr. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, meaning husband of Freya. So yeah, she definitely made a declaration there, to say the least, and Hestia didn't like it. Not one bit. She wanted to murder Freya there. Now every other god jumps in. Loki with Loizarus, meaning Tricker's toy. One other dude was Chestnut Cream, Maroon Rabbit, Married Bell, all of them going insane. Mimirin Rabbit, Cutie Rabbit. And two other of them thinking that Bell gets turned on by monsters, gods, humans, so he isn't into everything, just call him omnisexual. That was a fun moment, all of the gods losing their minds, and was more a bit like a tradition teasing Hestia. This was like hazing a bit for the gods, and so Hestia fought and did her best with all of the hazing and everything going on. She lost, but at least she won a more than decent name for Belle, and that being Rabbit's Foot. And you know that superstition or belief that it means luck, so in a way his name kind of seems like lucky, to say the meaning behind that a bit. I like it, suits him quite well, and yeah, that was a fun Denatus. I liked it quite a lot. I want to see more of the gods, interact a bit more in them. I know the story is about Bel and he's at the middle of everything, but I love mythology. My name is also related to mythology, Ares. I've been fascinated about Greek mythology ever since I was a kid. The story with how I got my nickname maybe another day, but I would love to see all of the gods interact more, be more present. But hopefully we're gonna get more into that after the last end credit scene, which I hope they're gonna expand on it a lot more. We're gonna talk about that. Now back to the group. We have all of them healing. Luvilis recovering. Dormul. Luvilis being still he's still missing an arm, and he's still grateful for being saved over there, even though Bel felt guilty they couldn't fully heal him. But him accepting the price of what it means to be an adventurer, take risks, being very grateful to at least be alive with everything that happened. And apparently there's the Dian Kekt Familia, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing the name, can give them some prosthetic arms, and very grateful to Bel. And Dormul comes in giving Bel and Lily a death hug over there, thanking them. Hopefully we're gonna see more of both of them, and Dormul and Luvis both being very grateful to Lily, especially for the speech she had over there, not leaving everyone behind, and always believing in Bel, and he came right in time to save them. And I hope we're gonna see more of both of them. On the other side, Bel being dragged all over the place, like I said. Now you have him going to talk with Oka and Chigusa. Oka feeling guilty that he couldn't protect Chigusa. Everybody having their own internal things needing to deal with. Talking to Bel, a bit venting to him. Him also having his own things, still feeling guilty about everything that happened over there. But at least everybody made it out alive. And in the meanwhile, Lily was spying, following, stalker mode activated around Bel in the bushes, listening, seeing everything. She wanted to have her own conversation and with Bel, and we'll get to that. But while he was talking with Oka and Chigusa, he made a very good point. We are all allies, regardless of our families. We cover for each other. Things happen. You cannot do everything alone. And I like that quite a lot. It's not just about families, and I think this might be a very important lesson for the entire world of Danmachi to say, because while families stick together, there's always this separation between all of them. It's very hard. There's some very big lines separating the families. They rarely work together, more like partnership. And I like this quite a lot. A party is a party regardless of our family. I think this would be very important for just Danmachi in general. Now while he was talking to them there, Daphne and Cassandra come in a rush to drag Bel away. Lily loses again. She had a lot of losses in fun moments, losses in this episode. And we see also, before we get to that, Ryu apparently hasn't been back at the restaurant of Mamma Mia for 3 days. She left a note. I don't think they said what exactly is in that note. Even Seer was very worried about her. We haven't seen Seer for quite some time, but we're gonna get to the last scene. Now, Daphne brought Bel to use his name and reputation to get discount on gear for their going back to the surface at the store. Lily got jealous because of that, because it might be a one-time deal and they lost the Bel coupon, as she put it. Like I said, really fun moments in this episode. Bel asking Daphne how Lily did. Daphne had nothing but praises for Lily. She got a bit flustered. They're giving praises to Bel with how strong he has become, thanking him, both of them, and Cassandra especially for proving her vision false. Now, again, everybody wanted to talk to him, and while he was with Daphne and Cassandra, Mikoto and Haruhime show up and they drag him along with them to spend a bit of time, and Mikoto praising Haruhime's spell because he wasn't there. He didn't actually see Haruhime in the action, and kind of nudging a bit Haruhime to be more proud of herself if she wants Belle to fall in love with her, teasing her a bit at the same time, because we know Haruhime is more than in love with Belle. Probably all of the girls are in love with Belle, but this is where him also having his own guilt, which I liked quite a lot, even though he shouldn't have this much responsibility, put everything on himself, but this is just who Belle is. Him feeling guilty, he got separated from them, and this is where Lily probably had one of her biggest losses, because they ask what happened when he got separated, and this is what Lily wanted to talk to Belle about, and praise him also for everything. He goes on telling them what happened, fighting that fast monsters, and that's when I met Marie, and quickly glances over Marie. Hopefully we're gonna get to see more Marie, because we don't fully know quite a lot about her besides just being a Xenos, who she was, what's her role gonna be into the future, and especially with her powers, being able to heal others, that's gonna be a major incentive for people to go after her. Hopefully we're gonna see more Marie. Now while Lily was losing, we have Velf being drunk together with Aisha, showing up with a bunch of other adventurers, partying, bragging about everything that happened. And they drag Belle along, but at the same time you have one person there shouting there's apparently news from the surface about little rookies or Belle's new name, so Lily gets interested into that. Now at the tavern, stories over there with Belle and the other adventurers, Lily still being a spy, and she wanted to use that opportunity to be the one to tell Belle his new name. But again, she loses another one of the big moments. I think there are two moments where she majorly lost. Keep referencing a bit Kaguya. This is how I look at her funny losses, so to say, in a fun, wholesome way. You have one adventurer making a big announcement. Hey, I know the new name. Shouting it from the rooftops to everybody, being drunk over there, and she loses because she also paid for that information. Poor Lily, this episode, she had a lot of things to struggle with in a funny way. But also Aisha is more than direct, to say the least, jumping on Belle. You're gonna pay me tonight for all of the favors I have done you so far. And Belle was overwhelmed, to say the least, but Lily had enough and saves him from there with a smoke bomb, finally dragging him away from everybody. And after all of the shenanigans, they get their alone time, but her feeling a bit sad about not being there to share the moment with Belle, saying she knows everybody asked him already what she also wanted to talk to him, all of the things, everything he said also knowing about. But the main reason why she wanted to talk to him was besides all of the praising and her also being in love with Belle, she was worried about him, because felt like he was separating for them, going way off into the distance with how much powerful he was growing. But was very happy seeing him interacting with everybody and with her still being the same Belle. And that's very true, even though he has matured a bit, at heart he's still the same Belle. And she even gets a head pat there, being very flustered again. Still a jab at him, saying, but you changed a bit, you're a bit more of a womanizer now. And I gotta say, she has more than a point there. But also her losing again, saying, and Belle asked her, but wait a minute, what did you tell the others to inspire them? What was your speech? And Yeah, that's gonna be a secret. Very shy and red in the cheek, blushing over there. Now, this is what after this entire episode was wholesome, fun, relaxed a bit more, moments, everything, new name, everybody spending time there. We had two moments that were a bit more serious. The one with Ryu in the middle of the episode, her being missing, and this last scene still related to Ryu. You finally see a bit of her just interrogating and a bit torturing one guy, chopping him up, and that guy screaming in pain, I know nothing. And to say the least, that Ryu had a murderous look in her eyes. The way that scene was portrayed is an understatement. And what I wanted to talk about, because also after that scene we have people rushing over and they meet with Belle saying there has been a murder of a trader in town, and they have seen who did it, and apparently it's the Gale Adventure, her other name with Ryu, and them being both in shock that Ryu couldn't have done this. And I'm so happy we're finally delving into Ryu's past with Evilus, the evil gods. We found out, I think, from Ikelos, if I remember correctly, that alliance from previous season. We don't really have a lot of information with her past. If I remember, she got revenge on what happened with her family. Again, I'm only anime only, and it's been a while since I saw the last episodes. But yeah, I'm very curious with Ryu's past, and like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I wanna see more about the gods, and hopefully with Ryu's past could be tied to those evil gods, everything that happened. Did she actually kill that dude while interrogating him? Did somebody else kill him? So many questions regarding Ryu, and I can't wait for more. If I've had this arc with the Most Huge, which we still don't really have a lot of information with the Most Huge. Would Evilus have been involved? Would it be connected to Ryu in a way? We still don't know how this monster came to be, but hopefully, again, I want to see more of the gods and their history. Now we also have Freya being back. Who knows how she's gonna get involved even more, and it's looking really good for the future of Danmachi. Maybe we're gonna delve into the more main plot of the story, also with Belle, his growth, Vesta, Hestia's room name, so to say, the perpetual flame, his attack. So many questions going into my head. We still don't know a lot about Hestia also. She's very secretive about her, to say the least. So many things, and I cannot wait for next episodes and more to come. And Ryu is finally back. A lot of questions surrounding her, but hey, the expedition ended and it seems like a new one is about to start. So I'm curious what you guys thought about the episode. What do you think about that last scene? Do you think Ryu actually did it? I don't think she did it, but hey, you never know. And what do you think about Belle's new name? Do you like it? Rabbit's foot and all of the shenanigans with this episode? Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about the episode. As always, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, helps me quite a lot. And you guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. So keep enjoying Danmachi. It's looking like it's gonna be really awesome moving forward. I'll see you again on the next one. Bye bye.